Good morning student, myself Anup Kumar, and it is my fourth video of this chapter 3, square and square root. And today topic is to find least number to get a perfect square. If we have to find the least number which can be multiplied or divided to get a perfect square. And to find the square root we have to use long division method. What is long division method? We can also understand in today. Okay students, so let's start. Now here you can see first question, that we have to find the smallest number by which 588 be multiplied so that the product becomes a perfect square. It means you can see that 588 is not a perfect square. It means we have to find the smallest number which should be multiplied to 588 to get a perfect square. And the next question is that after finding it, we have to find the square root of perfect square to obtain. Okay students, so let's solve it. Now at first we will find the prime factor of 588 by prime factorization method. So we will get 2 into 2 into 3 into 7 into 7. It means here you can see 2 has a pair, 7 has a pair, but 3 has no pair. There is only one 3, and it means if instead of 3 if there will be one more 3, then it will be possible that this number will be a perfect square. Okay, so clearly to get a perfect square the given number must be multiplied to one more 3. So that 3 will be the least smallest number. Okay, so required least smallest number will be 3. Okay, now again, then after we getting the 3 we will multiply with the number, the given number 588. So we will get the new number. After multiplying the given number by 3 we will get the new number whose prime factor will be 2 square into 3 square into 7 square. Okay, and now we have to find the square root of this number. Then we will find the square root of new number by now over root over the 2 square into 3 square into 7 square. Then we will get only one number. So 2 into 3 into 7, it means 42. So 42 will be the new square root of the new number. Okay students, so I hope that you all have understood. Now let's see another question. Now so another question is, this time we have to find the smallest number which should be divided to 2178 to become a perfect square. In previous question you can see that we have to multiply to get the smallest number, and here we have to divide by the smallest number. Okay, and rest will same question. Now again we will find the prime factor of 2178. Then it will be what? Prime factor of 2178 will be 1 time, 3 2 times, and 11 2 times. So here you can see that 3 has a pair, 11 has a pair, but no pair, 2 is only 1. It means it is more in this number. Okay, so if we will divide the whole 2178 number by 2, then 2 and 2 will cancel out, then all the product will be in pair. Okay, so here we can say that we have to divide the given number 2178 by 2 to get a perfect square. Okay, so the least square smallest number will be 2. Okay, now if we will divide the whole number 2178 by 2, then we will get 2 into 3 into 3 into 11 into 11 by 2. Then 2 and 2 cancel out. What will left? Only 3 into 3 and 11 into 11, and this will be the new number. So new number will be what? 3 into 3 into 11, 11 into 11. It means 3 square and 11 square. Now we will find the square root of this new number. So we will get under root 3 square into 11 square will be only 3 into 11. It means 33. Okay student? So like this we can find. Okay. If always keep in mind, if we have to multiply, then that we will increase the number, and if we have to divide, then we will decrease the number. Okay student? Now so let's move to the next question. Now the next question, if it is given that we have to find the least square number Least square number, it means perfect square number. Exactly divisible by each one of 6, 8, and 9 and 10. Okay, there will be more than number, but we have to find the least square number which will be exactly divisible by this number. So in this type of question, at first we will find the LCM of these numbers. It means LCM of 6, 8, 9 and 10. So this one will be what? The LCM of 6, 8 and 9 and 10 will be 360. And then we will find the prime factor of this 360 number. Okay? Then what we will get? 2 3 times, 3 2 times, and 5 2 times. So here you can see 2 1 2 has a pair. There are 2 has written 3 times. It means 2 to the power 2 and 2 to the power 1 only. Now 3 to the power 2 but 5 to the power only 1. So here you can see which number has a power 2, only 2 and 3. And again you can see that which number has a power 1, it means 2 and 5. Okay, so it means we can say that this 2 and this 5 has no pair. Okay, so what we will do that right now, after that we will, to make it perfect square, we have to multiply this number with one more 2 and one more 5. Okay, it means one more 2 2, one more 5 5. It means 2 into 5. Then 2 into 5 10. It means if we will multiply 360 with 10, then we will get a perfect square, and this is the least square number. So after that the required number will be what? 360 into 10. Then we will get 3600. So 3600 is the least square number which can be exactly divisible by these 4 numbers. You can check it also. Here, if we will divide 3600 by 6, then we will get 600 divisible. If you will divide 3600 by 8, then what you will get? 8 4 ja 32, 8 5 ja 40. It means 450. Then if you will divide 360 by 9, then 40. If you will divide 360 by 10, you will get 36. It means this number 3600 are easily divisible by 6, 8, 9 and 10. Okay students, so like this we can find this type of question. Now students, so now the long division method to find square root. This is very important method here. Now let's see. At first, question 4. Here you can see we have to find the square root of 625 by long division method, not by prime factorization method. Okay, you have to see the heading carefully, that what the question asking. Okay, now, so at first in step 1 we have to write 625 as dividend and separate into periods. What periods? Let's see. At first we will make a box, then here we will write 625. Then we will make it a period, means that we will starting from the unit digit and we will make a pair of number. It means we will not take only 5, we will take 25 from the last. Okay, and we will write the recurring sign over there. Here you can see black recurring sign. So 25 has recurring sign. Then it has a pair, but here after that you can see there is only one number, only 6 is here. It means it has no pair, no 2 numbers, only one number. Then we will write only dot over that. Okay, then after that we will write draw a line, one longer line and one smaller line. One is longer line to the divisor side and one smaller line to the quotient side. Okay, then here you can see this is the period. It means recurring sign and the dot, these all are the periods. It means it has 2 periods, one of 6 and one of 25. Okay, now here at first we will divide which number? Division is not given, then how can we find it? Then always start with 1. Here you can see step 2, starting from 1, take the whose square is less than or equal to first period. Here you can see the first period is 6 and write that divisor 3 times as so on. It means we have to start with 1. It means we have to multiply 1 and again 1. We will not multiply 1 with 2. We will multiply with the same number. It means 1 to 1, 1 into 1, 1. Then 1 into 1 is 1. It means it is less than 6. Let's check then another number. After 1 we will get 2, then 2 2 ja 4, less than 6, then 3, 3 3 ja 9, 9 is more than 6. It means we cannot take the value 3 3. It means 2 only. It means 2 2 ja 4. So at first we will write 2 in divisor here, and again one more 2 like this, and one more 2 here as a quotient. Same number we will write 3 times, 2 in divisor side and 1 in quotient side, and we will add the both divisor side to here. 2 plus 2 is equal to at first 2 2 is 4, then we will multiply 2 2 is 4. It means 4 we will write just downside of the first period. Okay, now add the divisor. Now we have to add the divisor. 2 plus 2 4, and subtract the first period with the product of divisor. Product of divisor is 2 into 2 4. So we have to add first 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, and 6 minus 4 is equal to 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. Okay, then after that we will note down, take out the next period 25. Okay, write the second period just next to the number which you have got after subtracting. So we have after subtracting we have got 2, then just next to 2 we will write 25. Okay student, now after that here just beside to the number after adding 2 and 2 we will get 4. Here you can see 4. Okay, so just beside to this number we will again start with 1. It means we will write 4 is already given, then 1 and 1 we can write, or we can write 2 and 2, then it will be 42 into 2. Okay, we will take the same number, or we can write 43 and 3. 4 will same because it comes after. Okay, now so if we will now here, so for what number we will multiply to get more than 225, not less than 225 or equal to 225. If we will start with 1, then 41 into 1, 41 only. 42 into 2, 84 only. 43 into 3, then only 129. Then 44 into 4, then we will get what? 176. And 45 into 5, it means 225, exactly equal. So we will take 5 and we will write the 5 with 3 times. Okay, 5 here, 5 here, and 5 in quotient already written. Now then we will multiply the 45 into 5, same repeat we will process. So 45 into 5 will be 225, then 45 plus 5 is equal to 50 here, and 225 minus 225 will be all cut 0. It means we will repeat the process until the remainder comes to 0. So here you can see the quotient will be 25. So we can say that the square root of 625 will be 25. Okay students, so I hope that you all have understood. Okay dear, so thank you.